Today we're going to talk about common mistakes people make when managing their own investments. A common mistake people make when managing their own investments is to pay attention to when to buy, but not when to sell. We all love good investments, especially if you've gotten into one that's gone up quite a bit. The human tendency is to want to hold on to it to keep getting more. And often that leads to eventually sticking with an investment until it goes bad. So the idea of selling something that is good along the way is a bit counterintuitive, but very important. You should never buy an investment without also having the criteria of when to sell an investment in mind. The second is to keep moving those goalposts based on emotion rather than specific objective limits. So you might wake up in the morning and said, yes, I know that I was going to sell Apple when it reached a certain point, but today I feel differently. And so you keep moving the goalposts further and further out and really never do implement the rigid buy-sell discipline that you have in mind. Another place where managing your own investments can hurt you is when you think about tax planning and tax harvesting. Certainly, certain investments, especially ones that have gone down, it can be beneficial to sell that to take the tax benefit. But a lot of people don't know that that tax benefit changes when you go from owning it for less than a year to owning it for more than a year. So in addition to thinking about the investment itself, you might be thinking about, well, I bought it 364 days ago, or I bought it and it's December 31st. Maybe I should sell it for a period of time, 30 days, to be able to capture the benefit of that loss and then resume in the investment. But every day you should be looking at those investments that you've made and thinking about whether you should sell them, and if you think about that investment in the context of would you buy it today, and if that answer is no, I wouldn't buy it today, then you should be selling it. And so enforcing that buy-sell discipline is really the biggest mistake that people make when they invest for themselves. Maybe related to that is also just the idea that they're kind of periodic investors. They hear someone else talking about it, they get engaged in it for the moment, and they go and they make that investment. And since they're not really interested in investing, in the technicals, as part of their daily life, they forget about it. And they go off and they go back to the things that really make them tick in their life, back to their careers, back to their families, and sometime later check in on that investment again. And really, the news has changed, the world has changed, and that investment really just got neglected or not thought about. And so how that investment has performed, will be somewhat random based on, the period of time that happened to capture your imagination for that moment. And so you need to either be engaged in the process of investment management and doing it on a regular basis, or you should likely find someone to help you with it who is.